What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. Today I want to talk about the best things that you guys should be grinding right now. We get a lot of questions about this. What should I do? What are the best things to do? What has great rewards and what has great potential, as well as some new stuff that I want to talk about that I haven't really talked before on this channel. So before we get into this one, make sure, as always, leave a like down below. Really helps out the videos a ton, and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Gonna be putting out a pretty interesting video later today, and it's gonna be a real big weekend with Stage 2 Team Affinity. Gonna have a lot of new debuts, a lot of tips, so make sure hit that sub button and stay notified. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is going to be about Team Affinities. Now we started to see a couple reveals for a couple teams, and the three in particular that have really stuck out, you guys have probably already watched the videos for them. It is going to be the Yankees, the Angels, and the Cardinals. Those were revealed by Finn for the Win did the Yankees, Cougs of course did the Angels, and then Twin Gaming did the Cardinals. I'm going to leave the link down below to all of their videos in the description. I just don't want to put them in this video because they're the ones revealing it. They should be the ones getting the credit for it. So make sure to check those guys out. Also hit them a sub button. Great creators in the community. But those three cards by far look to be the best of what have been revealed so far. So right now, before those do come out on Friday for Stage 2, I think it'd be a great idea to kind of specifically look at those Team Affinities and knock them out. So a couple more things I want to reiterate is March to October. I talked about this in my prepare video for Stage 2 Team Affinity. A lot of people said, oh, how do you know it's going to be included? How do we know it's going to still give credit for Stage 2? If you look at the Team Affinities, go to missions. This all says Stage 1. If you go to March to October, there's nothing individually that is going to specify that it is Stage 1. If you look at the Showdown vouchers, it says specifically Stage 1. There would be no reason at all for them not to include March to October because they put in new stuff. They definitely put probably as much, if not more, effort into March to October than they did franchise mode this year, and they realized that if they just took out MTO, there would be absolutely no reason to play it unless you're just looking for a expedited franchise experience. The most people that play it are doing it for Team Affinity rewards. So once again, I reiterate, a great thing that you guys could be doing right now is playing March to October. Remember, there are multiple reward gates. You get stuff at after the All-Star break, after the season, then after you win the Division Series, the Championship Series, and the World Series. So for some of those teams, either ones that you want to do in particular, or like I said, the Yankees, Angels, and Cardinals look like they're going to have great rewards, some of the best in my opinion. Go ahead and get a March to October and advance it to, I ended up going to the postseason because I needed a couple extra points, so now the Twins are maxed out at 70, and I'm going to get what would it be? 15 plus 5, 20, 30. I'm going to get 30 Team Affinity points, and this is going to take me about 2 hours because all I have to do is play the postseason. So what you want to do is get a March to October up until this point. If you already have it at level 70, then get it until probably, or if you have just a couple more points to go, I'd recommend do it before the end of the season. If you get a pop-up, I learned this the hard way because I didn't originally intend this to happen. If you break the record for wins like I did in this time, if you get that pop-up, if you win that game, that's going to be the last game that you end up playing. So if you see that pop-up, stop right there because that'll mean you only have one more game to go and then the postseason. So that's going to get you actually, I believe it would be 40. I could be wrong on my numbers. Let me just fact check to make for sure. So you'll get 11 on veteran difficulty, which is the one that I recommend. It's real easy and it is nice and sound. And you will get 11 points if you max everything out, which is pretty simple. So 15 plus 10, 25, 30. Yep, 41 points, just like I had thought. So you're going to get 41 if you do that, and I really recommend that you do that. Also, something else I want to mention is moments. They are undoubtedly putting out new moments for the first, or not the first inning, but Team Affinities. Notice how it says Stage 1. These are going to have a Stage 2 moment afterwards, but you have to complete the Stage 1 moments beforehand. Think about the evolution program. I just got the Carlos Gonzalez list, it's going to be something similar to list where you have to knock out the stage 1 moments, presumably before you do the stage 2. So once again, if you haven't done these, I recommend doing all of them. It's good XP and it's good stubs, but if you guys are looking for a couple to do your favorite team. If you're looking forward to their new card, all going to be future stars, by the way. And then the Yankees, Cardinals, and Angels, I think, are going to be really good. So make sure and do those. And then Showdown as well. Once again, I reiterate, I recommend doing this right now, especially because the NL Central, the Cardinals is one of the best, and the NL Central is, I think, the easiest showdown for sure, because you face Josh Hader, and he's really easy to face since he's a reliever. The showdown vouchers do not carry, once again, they are stage 1 only, so don't go into it thinking you can just stock up on stage 1 vouchers. It's not going to. You're going to have to do the new showdown once that comes out on Friday, so just remember that. Something else I want to talk about the free diamonds and everything, what programs you should be looking at. Jackie Robinson is a great one. Now, I haven't actually gotten the player because I don't think that's worth it. I don't think getting this 88 Jackie Robinson is worth it, but I do think the equipment is. This is the best bat grip that you're going to get in the game, and these are the best socks that you're going to get in the game, and you can do it pretty simply if you were struggled with the moments at first. They did change them. It's now only 1 home run that you have to get compared to the original 2, so that is pretty nice that they did that. I know a lot of people are struggling with it. Ironically, that was one of the easier moments for me. It took a little bit of time, but not as long as some people were having issues with it. But yeah, so make sure and do that just for the equipment alone, because it is really good. It's going to help out your cap a bunch. You also get a free diamond bat within there, but the socks give you 6 speed and 8 stealing, and then the grip is going to give you 4 contact, 4 power, and 5 plate vision. So that is really, really good. Other player programs that I recommend is the Jorge Posada. I haven't quite finished this one yet, but he has been raking for me in the moment challenges. He has been really good. This just came out yesterday, so if you missed my update video, or if you haven't been on the game since like, I don't know, I guess Monday, this is a new card that I really recommend that you guys check out. The vision's kind of low, but he just has one of those swings that play above his rating. So even if he's a backup catcher for you, definitely recommend that. I don't really think the Bob Gibson or Al Kaline are worth it. For the program stars, they are. And remember, a lot of people still don't know, because I've mentioned this to them and they did not know it. They weren't aware of it. Once you finish these, go into these and click on it. You can collect the card. It's no sell already anyways, and you're going to get 20 program stars for the second inning program. So make sure and do that. That's good stuff as well. So in that case, I think they're all worth it. Pretty much, but the ones that you should focus on are Jorge Posada. I think the Kerry Wood is really good as well. Just a good reliever. There's not a whole lot of great free relievers that you're going to find in the game, and he is pretty solid. You know, he doesn't have a changeup, but he throws hard, which is good, and he has a nice 12-6, and the slurve acts like a really good sweeping slider. And then also the Curtis Granderson. I highly recommend that you guys get him as well. So those are some of the best player programs. The missions that I recommend that you do, or the moments rather. In the first inning moments, there's this Amir Garrett, which I recommend as well. If you guys missed my budget video, I talked about this, and he is just really good. He's not as good as Chapman. He throws a little bit, little slower, doesn't have a sinker like Chapman, which, you know, is dearly missed, but he's still one of the best lefties that you're going to get in the game, and you can get him for completing just a couple moments, just 4. So it is really, really simple, really easy. So those are some stuff that I do recommend. Some other missions, some other moments that a lot of people might not know about. If you guys have been doing the vouchers, or if you guys plan on doing the vouchers, make sure and collect this. Even if you don't plan on prestiging them, this is a free 1750 stubs, because you put it in there, you get 1,000. And if you do the voucher, it's already no sell anyway. And then if you go back into the player programs, you'll notice that you get an additional 750 stubs for that. So that is pretty nice. guys as well, make sure and do that. Otherwise, a bunch of stuff I've already talked about previously. I still think make sure and do some of these, like the audio calls. I recommended this in one of my recent videos, but if you've been doing a lot of team affinities, you get a lot of exclusive sounds like this. Good XP and good Stubs, so make sure and do that as well. And I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I wanted to talk about those couple things with team affinity, especially because I think that's going to be very important. So if you guys have kind of been lacking, luckily I already have the Cardinals up to at least their diamond, but I think that card is going to be really good. Once again, I recommend that you guys check out those creators reveals down below in the description. Follow MLB The Show on Twitter. They're having a bunch of other reveals today. I know Movies going today, I think Atrin, and a bunch of guys today and tomorrow. There's going to be a ton more reveals leading up until Friday once we have these cards actually in the game. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of content to look forward to. Let me know in the comments section what other team affinity cards you guys hope to see there, what of your favorite prospects. I do also want to note, it seems like we're not seeing any sophomores. Probably not even rookies. So if you're or I guess we would be seeing rookies. We're seeing guys that would play in the MLB this year and guys that have not played in the MLB this year. So if you're hoping for like a Bo Bichette kind of player, somebody who's already played a full year, I've been seeing a lot of recommendations as far as that. I thought Michael Chavis, that's not going to happen. He already played a rookie year. They're not going that route. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks, out.